Hello everyone and welcome to the loser bracket final of the Intel Extreme Masters Season 1. We have 3 more matches to go. We're gonna see this one with the loser dropping out and the winner moving on into the consolation final against Creo. And the winner of that will move on into the grand final against Hot, whereas the loser of that is also going to be out. So in this best of 3 we are going to determine the 4th place and who's going to face each other in the match to determine the 3rd place. And this is a human mirror. Also, like the last best of 3, we've seen a rematch from the group stage, and it is Fire, the German human here in yellow, who starts with a regular build in the top left spawn position, and ToD, the French human, in red in the bottom right corner. And he started with a fast altar, as it appears. He's already producing his AM. He's just now getting his barracks a lot later than Fire, but Fire has just finished his altar right now with the regular speed. So yeah, ToD, he's been the one, even though he's still the favorite here, I'm assuming, he's been the one who has gotten quite the beating in the group stage, losing 2-0 against Fire on Turtle Rock and Echo Else. And yeah, since we're playing Torina Stand here, maybe this is going to be a new approach by him. And yeah, it is definitely a different approach. He's going for the fast altar, and I'm assuming he's not going to go for some crazy immediate, you know, AM across the map to harass or anything like that. But yeah, as I said, we'll see how this is gonna turn out. And no, he's not doing so. He's waiting in front of the Renegade Wizard here, in front of the Goblin Laboratory, and he starts creeping it right now. Lightning Shield. Ah no, the Militia attacked the Renegade Wizard a tiny bit too quickly. If he waited, I think, half a second longer, Lightning Shield should have been cast on the AM. But as it is, that wasn't the case. Close attack plus 6 for ToD, and Fire on the top now with his AM spawning. Alright, just going for the Apprentice Wizards here at first. Got 6, 7, 8, 9 peasants soon. Very economically minded early game here by him, not using Militia at all thus far. And he's already about 140 lumber ahead of ToD, thanks to that. And he's putting the Militia right now. So yeah, he's gonna go for the expansion here. ToD, with the Gauntlets of Ogre Strength, is gonna go for the expansion as well. So yeah, that's the approach here by ToD. He's gonna get level 3 with this one, while Fire isn't. They are creeping it at about the same speed. So yeah, the fast altar here definitely already put to use. Robe of the Magi for Fire, Robe of the Magi for ToD. Wow, he's gonna have plus 12 already. And Intelligence Tome for Fire, no XP Tome for him. That would have been great. It would have been basically you know, getting rid of the XP advantage of ToD for free, and both of them finishing their creep camps at about the same time. But Fire's already power building the expansion, and ToD, as we can see, he doesn't have the lumber at the moment to start it, and therefore he's suffering a little bit from his more greedy opening here. And Fire, wow, getting a scout tower here in place already. 2 scout towers to block the town hall of ToD. That's quite a nice move. And at the same time, he starts harassing here already. So ToD going, trying to go across the map without really knowing about his opponent's whereabouts. Pretty greedy move. He's losing the first 2 peasants already. He didn't get a tower yet. Also because of his greedy opening, and this could really backfire at him. One of the scout towers has been killed by ToD here, costing him a little bit more time. I think this was the 4th militia, or 3rd at least, to go down here already. And now ToD is finally going to be able to join the fight here. Fire has caught up in terms of level right now, and with the footman joining, I think he's going to be forced to town portal soon. Another peasant perhaps being sniped out. Yes, that is the case. ToD, wow, you could clearly see the plus 12 damage on that shot here. Yeah, ToD forcing the town portal here, but losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 militia in return. So he's got 0 lumber, and he cannot even power build the expansion at the moment, whereas Fire's expansion is already running. So he's again off to a good start here against ToD, and he's clearly showing that, at least in Human Mirror, he's clearly part of at least the top of Europe. of the time when this tournament was played. So Arcane Vault coming for Fire, and he continues the harassment, staying close to his expansion here, wants to be able to defend it, and yet Fire is going to be able to get at least, I guess, 2 peasants out of this. Yeah, second one already falling, and ToD is gonna have to start microing them more carefully right now, which is what he's doing. So one of them at least saved for the moment. One of the footmen is microed back in time. AM of Fire is gonna come, is coming in from the excuse me, bottom again, and yeah, the plus 12 here are what keeps ToD in this battle here in AM against AM. But Fire continues harassing, another 2 peasants falling. ToD reinforcing already. And once again, he's going for the exchange here, and Fire is the one who's got to run, even though Staff of Teleportation bought, and he doesn't have a Town Portal anymore. And yeah, this is definitely a way for ToD back in the game. Fire losing his AM here. He's very, very aggressive here, and he had to pull the Town Portal previously, and he wasn't able to get out of that one anymore, and that cost him. It cost ToD maybe even more, but at least with a very strong AM, he might be able to keep himself in the game for a while. Fire, as we just heard, rebought the AM at the tavern. He is, as you can see, more than an entire level behind, pretty much exactly a level behind his opponent. Arcane Tower is finished already for Fire. Second one is coming. No tower in the main base yet, tech-wise. Fire is also ahead, so the hero level. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, army size is also not in ToD's favor here. Army size about similar, but Fire's got way more peasants because ToD has suffered quite a lot, and therefore Fire has an 11 supply advantage at the moment. But that's mostly workers, that's not on the field. And ToD with the 2 water medals here wants to do some damage in return right now, and at the moment it's not looking too bad. One footman has already fallen, the second one has to be pulled back, whereas ToD hasn't really taken a huge lot of damage. Clarity, wow, used here and cancelled immediately by ToD's AM, who continues applying pressure here, whereas Fire, he still has a couple of footmen remaining, but at the same time he's applying more pressure as well, and with the Staff of Teleportation, with the AM coming in, he's going to be able to get rid of all of the peasants here rather quickly, as it seems, and ToD even has to pull the Town Portal. Fire retreating with his AM for the moment, doesn't want to lose him for a second time, but with the Boots of Speed he should be able to micro quite easily against ToD's chasing AM. Just as I say it, he's microing a little bit strangely here, but yeah, he's getting away. Another 2 peasants have fallen. Fire's 3 remaining footmen have to fall back, and the tech is soon to be done, whereas ToD, wow, ToD still hasn't started his tech. So he really, really needs to make it happen here. And this one is not going to be cancelled. Again, the 3 footmen running away. 4 more footmen in the middle. So Fire with a decent army size there. But ToD as well. Just a lot of them are wounded a little bit. Yeah, footmen cancelling the Scroll of Regeneration and the Clarity Potion, but those have been running for quite a long time here, and therefore yeah, Fire, the AM is looking quite healthy again for him. So yeah, Panda continues to apply pressure here. Next water metal has been spawned, and ToD really, really, really wants to apply pressure to this AM. Some blocking going on, and yeah, that, as I said, that's one weakness of Fire at the moment, and ToD is doing a really good job blocking here, and the Shredder and the AM is actually getting another kill here on Fire's AM, and he's going to be close to level 5 already, and that's going to be a huge, huge deal for him in, you know, holding off the pressure of Fire. And the Panda doesn't have Boots of Speed, so the AM might be able to chase that one down all by himself, and yeah, 2 more hits and this Panda is definitely gonna fall. Look at the AM here dealing about 40 damage to the Panda per hit, and that's too much to deal with here for Fire at the moment. So ToD with a very strong AM is keeping himself in the game at the moment. First tower is finally being upgraded and the tech has started. In the meantime, Fire is going for tier 3 already, double barracks and workshop and 1 arcane sanctum. So we're gonna see most likely Knights, Mortars and Master Priests here by the German. Whereas for ToD, we have no idea yet. But against that unit composition of his opponent, he shouldn't be able to stay on tier 2 in this game. So he's gonna have to catch up in terms of tech eventually. And maybe try and go for a counter, since he's, you know, always gonna be behind in knight count, etc. Unless Fire will be forced to spend all of his resources in reviving his heroes over and over again. Which so far has cost him quite a bit of resources. Yeah, 6 peasants in here. Shop now coming for ToD to finally heal up these footmen and defend. Used by Fire, so the water mantle here and the IEM can only basically try and deal some damage to the panda, and yeah, they're quite successful in doing so. I think Fire is gonna have to run here with the panda. Yeah, now focus Fire, switch to the priest, but they should be able to get into the back of the base to be safe. Staff of Sanctuary used here for the first time. ToD for a second, I believe, was thinking there about finishing that one off, and I think he could have done so. Tech should, okay, not quite finished for ToD yet, whereas Fire is already tier 3, so Fire reaching tier 3 before ToD reaches tier 2, and we see the first priest adept upgrade, we see mortars, fragmentation shard, and knights and animal war training. So yeah, the standard human tier 3 ground composition. Panda second for ToD bought as well, and Fire finally gets to creep his goblin laboratory as well. And what is ToD doing? I'm assuming he can, with the level 3 water metals, he can creep up the panda so quickly, if he wants to, which apparently he doesn't. Fire's aim will be soon back. Paladin added, and tier 3 coming by ToD as well, who's going for a workshop and a griffin aviary. So yeah, ToD apparently has the same idea in mind strategically. He's not going to be able to catch up here anymore if he goes for knight priest mortar army as well. So he's gonna have to get the counter, which are griffins, because they are air, and except for water metals and the panda, there's not really a lot of anti-air in Fire's unit composition, and they do magic damage, which is insanely good against both knights and mortar teams. Especially the mortar teams, like I don't know, like 4 griffin shots or so, and the mortar team is down. So yeah, ToD just wants to win some time here apparently. Doesn't feel like just having both of the players sit back and creep their second heroes up a little bit. And Fire isn't going for it. Fire is going for the counter push, and I think he's gonna be the one forcing the town portal here, because he's got the mortar team in place already, and he's got, I guess, more potential to do damage here. I mean, both of them are gonna lose basically the entire economy of one of their bases, but I think the town hall of ToD should be the one falling first, but Fire is actually the one pulling the town portal here. Did he... Let me just check here. Well, he did do a decent damage, but not all too much. I think he could have gotten a little bit more out of this. Could have at least gotten rid of the economy of ToD here pretty quickly. The way it went, well, they exchanged town portals. Both of them lost a few peasants. So, yeah, not all too horrible for Fire as well, but I think there was more potential there. Then again, maybe he feels like he's ahead by enough to not having to take a risk. I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 knights, still plenty of footmen remaining, which are going to continue harassment here. He's got the paladin out already, and at the moment ToD only has footmen. But he's gonna be able to start griffin production soon. Double griffin aviary up already. Third one is about to finish. And apparently we're gonna see the same thing again. Fire going in. He's got defend, which he should be using here any second. Yeah, using it right now, so he's taking very little damage by the towers. And he's the one going for the keep right now. So, for the castle. And ToD, does he have a town portal? No, the IEM is going back here to defend. And he's mass repairing, whereas Fire has used call to arms. Fire's gonna lose all of his militia here. ToD, how well is he gonna be able to defend here with his lone AM? He's casting a couple of water mantles. There is a little bit of dispel available. One of the priests is going down, level 3 for Fire's Panda. In return, in the meantime, yeah, all of the peasants are about to fall by fire. Staff of Sanctuary might not be the greatest idea. Currently, first Griffin is out for ToD, first 2 Griffins, and those will be a huge help. The footmen should all die very, very quickly. At the same time, the footmen here have taken down almost the entire economy at the expansion. We're basically having 3 fights here at the same time. ToD with us around at Fire space, and Fire is actually the one defending because he has lost all of the peasants at his main base as well. So both of the players losing their entire economies at one base. ToD suffering, well, basically heavily at both bases, and Fire is the one to town portal in the end, and he has started flying machine production already. He does have 1 workshop here at the moment as it appears, which I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough in the long run, but yeah, for the moment he's got a little bit. 6 flying machines against 2 Griffins is, well, I guess with a high level Panda, well, ToD's Panda is level 2. If the Panda was level 3, it would definitely be enough for the Griffins. But maybe the Panda is gonna have to be revived now. First Paladin has arrived for ToD as well, and Holy Light is coming in just in time here. And what does the Griffin count look like here? 1 Griffin for ToD. Did he lose 1 already? Okay, no, there are the other 2. So he's got 3 Griffins already. And I feel like he could show them right now. The gyrocopters here have taken a second breath of fire already, and they are all down to about 70 health, which is very easy to get rid of in ToD's position. So I think he should show his, or he should bring the other Griffins here to the fight. 1 knight is harassing in ToD's main base, as you can see, and the Griffins are now going to get rid of that one. So maybe they are of quite good use here, as they are at the moment as well. And yeah, all of the flying machines of Fire have fallen. This is a problem for Fire. He's only got knights against Griffins, and this is not a sustainable situation. 58 supply against 52, so slight advantage there still for Fire. But ToD's got the better unit composition at the moment, and Fire is gonna have to add a second workshop if he wants to, you know, get out enough anti-air against the Griffins. And he's not doing so yet. 4-3-2 on Fire's heroes. ToD 5-2-1. Another Drunken Haze Breath of Fire coming in here. Yeah, the Griffins are just too powerful at the moment. Fire can not keep fighting here at the moment. There's just no way. The next knight is about to fall. Is there a staff? There is a staff, but may have been on cooldown. Maybe he was too slow here, but I think he's... Oh, he doesn't have a town portal. Oh my goodness. And yeah, the next bunch of flying machines is coming in, but 5 flying machines against 6 Griffins. That's not gonna work out. All of them are falling immediately. Divine Shield used by ToD's Paladin here, level 3, finally for his Panda as well. And the units of Fire are dropping 1 by 1 here. 46 supply remaining for him against 52 of ToD, who's getting rid of one of the bottlements right now, and Fire is just running home. No point for him in staying in this fight for too long. And ToD is definitely back in this game. Fire, yeah, just spamming flying machines. But as I said, he's got 2 bases, and he cannot he cannot counter pure Griffins with 1 workshop flying machines. 2-0 upgrades, by the way, on the Griffins of ToD. Let's just take a look at the main base and expansions here, because there's been a lot of harassment going on. 3,500 and 6,800 for ToD. 3,300. Fire, okay, it's just building another peasant. And 3,500 for Fire. So this is the big difference. ToD has more than 3,000 gold more remaining in his expansion. So yeah, at the moment things aren't looking too bad for ToD. The only downside I feel like would be if he ends up giving Fire too much time here. But Fire isn't even going for a second workshop, so yeah, I'm curious as to how he's planning to beat this pure Griffin army by ToD. But I guess we'll find out eventually. AM, where's the real one? It's going to be level 5 with the next unit killed. Paladin soon to be 3, Panda soon to be 4. On ToD side still level 5 here, soon to be level 6. He's got a new town portal. 3-3 on second and third hero. This is an illusion which I guess he's picked up on. Oh wow, he didn't. Drunken Haze used here by the Panda. But with the Robe of the Magi and the Brilliance Aura, he's getting mana back extremely quickly, so not too huge of a mistake here. And yeah, we do see ToD continuing to harass. He's flying in there again with the Griffins. He's gonna get level 6 on his AM soon. Maybe he's gonna be forced to use the town portal this time. Fire with 3, 6, 9 flying machines against 6 Griffins. That should not be enough here, especially given that there's a level 3 Panda to help him here. At the moment, the Griffins, yeah, going for the fight right now. Fire trying to split his flying machines here. There's a level 6 for ToD's AM. Breath of Fire is coming in and all of the flying machines are about to fall. ToD hasn't lost a single Griffin, didn't even get close to losing one so far. And Fire in a very awkward position with his knights here. ToD very nicely placing his water medals, a couple of dispels, and the Breath of Fire are coming in to get rid of those, so Fire can finally enter his base right now. And I guess the hope for him is to at least dominate in the ground battle, and so far it's not looking too bad for him. There's one more Holy Light remaining on the Paladin of ToD. Fire not even level 3 yet. He's gonna get there eventually with the next kill. Breath of Fire is coming in, but the mass teleport is getting ToD out of that fight, and ToD has lost, let's count here, 1 Griffin if I count correctly. This one should be a new one. No, he staffed that one, so I think he didn't lose anything. Stormhammer's upgrade is finally coming right now, and Fire, yeah, he's the one under pressure right now. Clearly it's 19 supply advantage for ToD. It's yeah, what else is there to say? It's still a huge Griffin army against a lack of anti-air. Fire is going for some sorceresses right now to add slow, which isn't too bad of an addition, to be honest. I mean, ToD doesn't even have an Arcane Sanctum. He's got nothing to really get rid of slow, but is that gonna be enough? Okay, he's adding fragmentation shards right now, so he's gonna want to add a couple of mortar teams eventually to his unit mix to have a better means of dealing with the casters here, because the Breath of Fire will be kind of you know, occupied basically to deal with the flying machines. But if he can spare one, of course, he's gonna wanna use that against the casters as well. So yeah, ToD continuing to creep here. Paladin is gonna want to get to level 4 at some point. Slow on DM, but the Paladin is nearby. The Panda is coming in. There's only 2 flying machines, so he can clearly cast the Breath of Fire onto the ground army right now, and a couple of riflemen even added by Fire to try and deal with these Griffins in the air. Scroll of Protection used by ToD. Fire, yeah, trying to do his best. So far he hasn't really been able to do a lot of damage against the Griffins. Divine Sheet has already been used by the Paladin of Fire. Next Breath of Fire is coming in by the Panda, and there hasn't been any heal scrolls bought by Fire prior to this fight, and plenty of his ground units have already fallen. The AM has to fall back. Holy Light casted once again. The Paladin is in some trouble though. Who's got the staff? It is the AM, but he staffed something else if I saw it correctly, or was it ToD staffing? He passed the invo portion from the Panda right now. There's still plenty of mana on the Paladin of Fire to heal up the Panda. Paladin is gonna have to be staffed once the Divine Shield is over though, and both the heroes of Fire are in trouble right now, and he's gonna have to retreat. Once again, he's been able to do a bit of damage against the Griffins here, but he hasn't really been able to finish off any of them, and therefore he's once again the one forced to retreat here, and he's gonna get everything out alive. Or is he? The Panda is coming back. Another Breath of Fire is coming in, but ToD isn't quick enough on his counterattack against that Panda. Therefore, he's tried to go for the AM. Everything survived, but everything is super low. And once again, ToD has traded insanely well here, barely losing anything. 2 mortar teams have joined his army in the meantime. And once again, majority of Griffins have survived here. So Fire, maybe now heal scrolls. Let's see, how much gold does he have? 160, by the way. Looking at the mines again, 600. 100 gone, and about 3,000. Yeah, 3,500. And that's another advantage of ToD at the moment.
Our gold mine has collapsed.
Yeah, this one's gone as well, so Fire has about a minute left to mine in his main. And then his SkirmisHum is going to be gone. He's creeping here, not even putting the AM away. Then again, none of his heroes are really close to a level up, but still, you wouldn't want to waste any XP here. ToD on the other side of the map is creeping his Panda solo at the moment. He's close to level 5, which is going to be another great asset for him. Whereas Fire is going to have to go into the next fight, perhaps into the final fight, if he doesn't risk going for another expansion here, which I think he cannot really afford doing, because it's just going to be killed by ToD quite easily. Yeah, and therefore he's gonna go into the last fight with 5, 4, 3. 1 heal scroll, 2 heal scrolls, even 1 scroll of protection, and 50 supply. Well, he's gonna spend the 1,000 gold prior to that, I imagine. Yeah, he's going into upkeep right now, as his main has run out as well. And that's a level 5 for the Panda of ToD, who's got 654 right now, so each hero 1 level ahead. Second expansion is about to finish here. Fire's doing some long distance mining. Now ToD is solo creeping his Paladin, get a little bit closer to level 5. I'm assuming he's not gonna get there anymore by pure creeping. Well, he could still take this, but I think it's not quite enough. Then again, maybe he's just gonna go for a fight. So what does Fire have here? 2 flying machines, 5 riflemen, and 2 watermantles currently are his anti-air. Plus the heroes, of course.
Research complete.
Against a group of, what, 11, 12 griffins or so. It's a little more flying machines. 4, currently. At least as far as I can see. But against a level 5 Panda, yeah, scratch that. 2 with 1 hit away from dying. And another 2 joining. Okay, so those were the 2 I saw previously. So we're still up at 4, shouldn't make too much of a difference. So next Breath of Fire is coming in. All of the flying machines are being killed immediately here on the ground. In the meantime, there is a little bit of slow casted here onto a few of ToD's units. Fire's AM is the first one to take quite a beating, but Holy Light is countering it out pretty decently. The Breath of Fire is doing humongous damage, level 5 on the Paladin of ToD. Blizzard even skilled by him, and AM is going down by Fire, and there is the GG. Fire again with a very, very good early game here in this game. He had a big advantage, and he didn't manage to get his tech switch done in time. I think if you want to simplify it, then that's all that there needs to be said in this game. He stayed at 1 workshop for the entire game. He stayed at 1 workshop when he had basically when he had the game basically in his hand. He just had to get out enough flying machines quickly enough, because at the time the Panda of ToD was level 2, and if he hadn't been able to get those insanely good traits, he wouldn't have gotten so powerful, and he wouldn't have been such a great threat against the flying machines. And by the time ToD had like 5, 6 griffins, when Fire at the left hand side of the map didn't have a town portal and lost almost his entire ground army, he shouldn't have had like 6 flying machines. He could have had 15, I'm assuming, if he had macroed it properly. And that should have been enough, and I think he should have had that game. He had the early game, and I think he definitely has reason to be optimistic for the rest of the best of 3, because if things had gone a little bit differently, he should have won that. But ToD made the best out of it. He had a tech disadvantage. He went for the counter, and he took the opportunity that was given to him. And therefore, he's the one taking the 1-0 lead here. And we're going to continue the best of 3 on Turtle Rock.